How's it going, everybody? Chris Cards back through the mail Monday on this Memorial Day Monday, as we have 5 returns right here. We're going to open these up in this video and see who we have back. Various requests. Baseball only is what I do here on Through the Mail Monday. We've got a blacked out postal code stamp there. Not sure who this is from. I just know there's a bunch of cards in here. And we've got Mr. Sid Bream. Sid Bream, 1981 second round draft pick. Very nice return from him. 12 years in the big, 6 with the Pirates, 3 with the Atlanta Braves, 3 with the Dodgers, of course. 1 last role as a backup to Jeff Bagwell in Houston, his final year in the bigs. A couple of the giant Bowman cards he signed. And yes, folks, he signs for $1 a card. And I sent him 10 cards and $10. And let's see if we have 10 different Bible inscriptions on this. Sid Bream, who famously once signed 100 cards for $100. This guy signs. Don't be bashful with Sid Bream. He loves signing. And, of course, all of his money goes to a charity of his choices. Of course, he's big with religious studies and Super Team Jesus, as you see, with all 10 different subscriptions on here, or inscriptions for various Bible verses, as you can see here, as I try to get them on my screen somehow. 10 cards, just 1 stamp on the way back to Chris Cards, so let that be a lesson to you. Don't put too many stamps on your envelope. 1 ounce, 10 cards is still not more than 1 ounce, so nice to get these back from Sid Bream, who is, of course, a through-the-mail legend. Of course, everyone remembers The Slide, which won the 1992 NLCS for the Braves against the Pirates. Probably one of the most damaging plays against in Pirates history, from what people say. Of course, Bream was a longtime Pirate before signing as a free agent with the Braves, who, well, he was a first baseman for the Braves, of course, until they ended up getting Fred McGriff, and he was kind of a backup to Fred McGriff. Nice return from Sid Bream. Let's move on, guys. Return number 2. All right, our next return is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, right there on the envelope, as you see. Not many cards in here at all, not compared to our last opening. If I can get this open, we can find out who we have back. We've got Mike Squire. Mike Squire here on an 84 Topps card with an inscription, 1981 Gold Glove. Not a very powerful first baseman, as most of them were back in the day. In fact, I think he's only hit 6 home runs in his 10-year career. The entirety of his career spent with the Chicago White Sox there. Very nice signature from Mr. Mike Squires. I got my 84 Topps card signed for this set, plus the inscription. Very nice. $5 a card from Mike Squires. Won that Gold Glove in 81, as I mentioned, and yes, spent his entire career with the White Sox. Very good defensive first baseman. One of Tony La Russa's secret weapons, especially during that 83 AL West run. Nice return. There's information. $5 a card. Do not forget. There you guys go. Let's move on to return number 3. Our next return is, let's see here. Next return is from North Texas, / Dallas, Texas. Of course, Dallas has to get their hands onto everything, including this stamp from the USPS. We've got Jerry Brown, the governor here, signed an 87 Donruss rated rookie card, an 89 Topps card, 89 Upper Deck card, and an 87 Topps card. Both those cards signed for the set. Virgin Islander, that's right, one of the few MLB players to come from the Virgin Islands. Of course, Horace Clark and ML Plaskett were government-paid employees, basically, teaching the youngsters in the Virgin Island baseball, and that's how Jerry got his start in baseball, got his foot into the winter leagues in Puerto Rico, and, of course, ended up signing with the Texas Rangers. Had a very good career, 10 years with various teams, actually, not just the Texas Rangers. Also spent time with Cleveland, Florida, and Oakland, of course. He was a very good utility infielder, very versatile, played everywhere. Had a couple of good years with Texas, probably his best years with Texas. Probably 89 was his best year. Nice return from Jerry Brown. No fee. He used to charge a fee, I think, through Pass Pros. Not anymore. Did not send a fee with this, and he signed these very nicely. Nice return from Jerry Brown. Let's move on, guys, to return number 4. Santa Clarita, California on this return. It Come Off an Egg told me to watch Santa Clarita Diet. Said it wasn't bad, and I agree. It wasn't bad at all. I'm now watching Resident Alien for the first time. Very interesting show. I like it. We got Mr. Matt Young back. Matt Young here on an 87 Topps Team Leaders card, along with Bob Kearney and Phil Regan. Yes, we can get those completed, perhaps. And yes, a 90 Topps traded Matt Young. I dug out a box of Topps traded from 1990 that is worth pretty much nothing, so I figured I'd go through it and send some cards out, and I did. Matt Young, very good return from him. Of course, he was a World Series champion with the Athletics back in 1989. Also pitched a complete game no-hit loss, only the fourth no-hit loss in baseball history. Of course, they don't count it as a no-hitter because as the away team, he only pitched 8 innings, but it was like 7 walks and an error, and that's how he ended up getting lost there. So interesting little stat there from Matt Young. Nice return from him. Awesome signer, guys. Let's move on to our final return of the day. Knoxville, Tennessee for our final return of this week's Through the Mail Monday, the Memorial Day edition of Through the Mail Monday. And we've got Mr. Scott McGregor. Scott McGregor, which signed this 83 Donruss card. 1981 All-Star. 1983 World Series champs. Inscribed on the 84 Topps and, of course, the 87 Topps. Orioles Hall of Fame. Scott McGregor, 13-year career, all with the Baltimore Orioles, of course. Lots of accolades. Orioles Hall of Fame, 83 World Series champs, and, of course, 81 All-Star. Very great, very great. Nice lefty for the Orioles for a very long time, 13 years to be in fact. Originally drafted by the Yankees in the first round, 14th overall, way back in 1972. Nice return from Scott McGregor. Look at that. Inscribed all those cards very nicely. Awesome return from Scott McGregor. Of course, you Oriole fans probably remember him fondly, at least those old enough to remember back then. And that is it for this week's Through the Mail Monday. Nice to get a few more inscriptions on some of the set cards, including from Scott McGregor. Nice returns from him. There is the Hall, of course, Sid Bream. Yes, that's a ridiculous amount of assigned Sid Bream cards. What am I going to do with all those Chris cards? Well, I have no idea, but I've got them, and I'm happy. And that's just sort of the way it works. Nice 90 Topps traded from Matt Young, and of course, going to work on that 87 Topps team leader card. Chris, didn't you already get that completed? Yes, I think I did. Well, I'm going for another one, and we'll have 2 then, won't we? So that's just the way it works here at Casa de Cards. Thanks, guys, for watching. Had a great weekend with the family. Of course, I told you last week we were cleaning up the house for the family homestead to get sold and put on the market, and that went very well. Very happy with all that. A lot of fun. A lot of hard work, but glad to get it done. And of course, anyone that had to have done anything like that knows what I'm talking about. Of course, estate sales and whatnot. Didn't have an estate sale. House is really, really far out of town, so that would have been really hard to do. But so we did it ourselves, my 2 sisters and my brother, and we knocked it out. And of course, my nephew as well, Ryan, did a great job. I'm very happy to get that task done and move on with our lives. And, of course, enjoy this beautiful weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Weather's great out there. Don't have a new barbecue for the house yet. If anyone has any ideas, I was looking at Blackstone. I was looking at Traeger. I like to smoke. I also like to grill. I'm not sure if the all-in-ones are worth it or they do everything very well. I'm not quite sure. So any ideas on what sort of grilling experience I can have, information would be greatly appreciated in the comments down below. I've done lots of research online. Just like to hear a few more opinions, I guess, from real life people and not the internet. I did have a Weber grill before, a charcoal grill, and I'm just kind of over charcoal. I just don't have the patience for it anymore. I would just like to have some regular type of grill, natural gas perhaps. We have gas hookups on our deck. Maybe that would work. And a smoker as well. So not sure, still looking. Any advice would be great. Hopefully you guys are cooking out today and not watching this video till like Tuesday or Wednesday when you have to go back to work. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And that's it. See ya.